lodge. Observe something here. Numbers. Vienna number. Vienna number. Famous Vienna. Interesting. September 12. Say that the morning. So 4 hours after September 11, in fact. Roman Empire, they put on April 21. Reverse, it gives this number, and the difference between September and April is these days, like between 5 months. Even Jason took out this number, what is it? It's in a 10-month calendar, 5 months would be the opposite calendar, right? Well, like today is the, I don't know, June and December, you know. June, interesting, 24 was born John the Baptist, was forerunner of Jesus. And exactly 6 months later, it was born Jesus. These things are the same, probably. Those who are with astrology probably can explain more opposite zodiac. I just understood this a few times when I'm watching this kind of videos. Not this kind of videos, but other videos. Just mention it. This, I remember, like they say, like the opposite zodiac somehow have similar characteristics somehow. I don't know something. Jesus said also in our Father, at least on the Google, I don't know. Sons of God means this number. We are here at probably, you know, Rome founded. Starts second Romance. Byzantium. Not gives this number, gives only this. So it's 6 years off. Interesting, writing correctly. This number is a Hungarian conquest of Pannonia, the Hungarians coming Europe, you know. Western Chronic descend. This number is a conventional date. But the source does not exist, this number. Exists in form that one source says 872, and I observe that they're using the 24, 23 years adding, so they added that and gives this, but with, if I write, if I say that Vienna is Buddha, how to say. Vienna was Slavic is a Videnje, Buddha was called Budine. It will be a interchanger, you know, not the same. Buddha has added Paste, right? But Vienna Hungarian is a Becce. They've written like this, but in not these ancient books written like this. But PBVF again, or even more, less more bilateral upside down gives this, so Paste. You know, that's how they fabricated. So, an interesting, Buddha also liberated on September 2 this year. The same things, man. But interesting, and also between wait a minute, so the occupation of Buddha, I guess, Hungary occupied also is 153 years. Oh, no. But this is Solomon Games 4 times. No, Buddha is said already, so I don't know what the heck is it. So they say the Solomon already occupied Buddha here, later occupied only here, I don't know. But I saw sources, so at least 90 century books giving so the story like also in September, August, the largest of August, the end of summer, and I guess this was so in 2127, only he just beat the Hungars at Moharch, went up to Buddha was empty or some emptied out or some shit, went home, and 3 years later came. That is BS. Not just Ottomans never were here, but all this, that comes 6 times and just walks through the Balkans like he came home. Meanwhile, the bigger heart people, so even today, Serbs, Bucket or Bulgars, they were dead or what. They just walks through the, I don't know. And even goes up to North Hungary. He went all in. So even if we take like from here, from here, let's say, sometimes they're using Urte 453 numbers in other places, all like this. 1 year, So would occupy it, I don't know. Let's say if it exists something for this, but I say in this year occupied. Let's see what it already said. Siege of Buddha, so here, but on the other hand, put it on 41. Look again. So if I can be said that and it also observed this number difference, so the 153 or 4. So in fact, Buddha, past, let's say, past pest, pestilence also there was interesting. Because this number goes to pestilence, let's say, pest, pestilence, black lague in Europe. Starts around here some. So in fact, a liberation of, and also in this year, sieges Vienna, but all history is fabricated anti-Hungarian, anti-white also, whatever. And so it came so like the Hungarians, of course, they were lame and shit, and so beat them as 6 and 9 again came there, but Vienna resisted, so siege of Vienna also is in 29. So yeah, of course. So between Vienna siege at first time by Ottomans, let's say, but they not succeed here also they beat them back. Is that this fucking number the difference? And between this came in my head like interesting also you see that number. Here also you see that number. I don't know what I get, This came in my mind from this number because I see in many cases between similar things. Jason said this number is source of God, has some other meanings also. So Roma, let's say first, Roma starts. Goes to this number, which is not as interesting, like I said, is Hungarian coming number, also Hungarian coming number. This after Christ. And I just came in my head because, between if I make it September 11, and, I take in consideration, I forget that they say that, they're adding the 10 days around, 16th century when it was modified the shit calendar. Well, this difference is this probably, Or Buddha was liberated on 12, on 2. So what if is what day? In many cases, they don't tell you what date is it a modified date or not, So you can suppose put up that probably, even the date is So Vienna is Buddha, past, how to say, best, Or and from this name you can take out this as a beast or best place, or whatever, I don't know. Vienna, wine, Noah, I don't know, Noah also is say connected to wine, making, planting wine, trees, wine, grape yards or something. In 2016 beat the Hungars in August 20. They modified it. Was 29 also this. But they're playing here and there. The Judgment Day also, you know, Terminator, Roman Empire ended on August 28 also. Attention, so again, the Roman Empire, you know. Here in fact I'm talking about Rome's, how to say. Even yesterday I saw some Fomen writing. We also names Byzantium as second Rome. Everybody knows, you know, Rumelia is, so again, the Ottoman Empire is Byzantine somehow. The fabricated like they, so if I take like this, Byzantine ended by Turks, but probably they were themselves, so they beat it themselves, you know, how to say. That sounds crazy, but this is how it is. But so it goes to this number, but if I put up, like I said, that Buddha is Vienna, right? And if then I write like this, because Buddha is here is plus this also the foundation of Rome. Then can be even from interesting that they put from Albus Silvius, the first Roman before he was Latinus, but not was said the number. Albus means white, and in this year in after Christ, so 818 after Christ, born almost the first Hungarian, you know, which is blackface. He said, crazy. So plus, and here I modify to background, right? As I said already, the background siege lasts Constantinople siege lasts 53 days. You can check on wiki until May 29. The Belgrade siege ends on July 21, 2022. From May 29, 2 days, 30 June 32, and 21, 22 gives again 40 again. So again, not just a year is fucking this number again. Foundation will like this number. Not probably jumping in my eye also that there is something that so last siege of Constantinople in this year, these days, plus again this number of 54 goes when the Belgrade siege ended, you know, July. So the thing is like I could say in simple way that it is continuation of Belgrade siege. So Belgrade siege is continuation of Constantinople siege. Belgrade is important. I already said it's probably Enkis costly. I don't know. So if I put like, and yeah, I also heard some story that when Turks besieged Constantinople, was in text somewhere is written that they were waiting for Joe Hunyadi, you know, who defended Belgrade. They waited for John Hunyadi to come and save them, what to say. So again, John is some savior, you know. Prestige, John Connor, Jesus voorhanden, John also some. John is coming in Hungary. Very interesting. They were waiting for John Hunyadi to coming. They waited some coming. Coming of Angel Wings. Because they make big tom, you know, like even is saying somewhere that they asked the annus verrede Angel Wings. There is a t-shirt somewhere. I saw some fucking AliExpress t-shirt, I guess. Polish, let's see. AliExpress. I saw some t-shirt, man. Look, now take Comet. The Comet, Cool for Calvary, Cavalry. Look, take Comet Viansen. See, even if I look like this, John coming, June, Hungarian, was waited in Byzantium, came. In July, I saw some museums on like even the John Levy, that guy Levy at a levegő Hungarian is air. So probably is Angelving or what. John Levy, you know that guy with mud food and also in others also I saw that so the Americans don't write like Johan age letter just without age. Unyad is a sleeper, Rome, whatever. So you know, if we go like this, let's up together. So Angel Wings number, at first plus Rome foundation number plus yeah, goes with already 2 years off from the span of annus mundi and Deucalion flood at water rally. And Jason and others said Deucalion flood was the Noah's flood, but Noah's flood and Deucalion annus mundi has this number difference at Jason. But the water rally say that this year's after Noah's flood was the Deucalion flood. Look, goes to Julia this other was close to this. Oh yeah, not interesting. So and Walter Raleigh says it's not Noah's flood, and even has an edition of his book that he writes in title that is not Noah's flood, which probably means that probably already in that time, if we go accept the history line, somebody already said that is the same, but he says he also says Noah's flood was here, but says that Deucalion flood was later. Interesting, Deucalion again. So Deucal, God whose call is horse. The angel wings are God's horses, God's horsemen, God's army. I don't know, you know. I just already entered from other point. This number, annus mundi, and already see that Deucalion. Let's see. Alright, I'm starting to be messy here. Deucalion flood, so after Noah's flood, het water rallegen, after this year is the Deucalion flood. Here is the Una descendant in the picture, kings, they are beheaded, everything. So, interesting if I go with the great, so the Nemesis cycle, but Jason not says this was Nemesis here, goes to Exodus of Israel. You know, and so what I wanted to clarify. Yes, so this number, Walter Raleigh says that from annus mundi, after this year's, the Deucalion flood happened. Look, you know? And this came out with the Rome's number almost, and the Polish angel. Or if I make the Vienna 83 is 86 Buddha, so 1 year plus, then, you know. This is crazy. These things are the same, man. So let's start with which I started here. Angel Wings number plus Rome foundation, Rome start number plus second Rome end number. 6 years of gifted Jasons and Walter Raleigh also uses this because other was not comes out calculation. Not says, but from these numbers you can see it. You know, so if I take now Rome founded plus Angel Wings Vienna is Buddha in fact plus which was yeah, so not Constantinople but Belgrade, exactly, you know, crazy. Annus mundi, Jason, Radomir Reset. And this is the big year of Jason when all this Anunnaki story, big story starts. Nemesis cataclysm. It goes interestingly to Black Plague. Black Plague in Euro and Louis the Great, why great, of Hungary, US, all over, mostly to north, south, Lithuania, but this and Napoli, but Neapolitae, Polish again name. So Italian story is Polish. Napoli is called Neapolitae. Neapolitae, Lithuania is same. Pane is Romania, Feder again, so no Pisani, Hungaria. So Louis was Angel, who was Louis the Great of Anjou dynasty, Angevine, come on man, Angel being no. What the heck? So he starts to go all over there. 2 years before was crowned as king, so you can take that also. 2 years later, his brother also killed it. I don't know what to do with it. So Andrew, Prince Andrew of Calabria in Italy, he goes to Italy, Napoli, to revenge and shit. So you know, Black Plague again. Why went to Black Plague? Because when it came, yes, a pestilence. Beast based, these are past. This is similar to pestilence, plus similar to septe in Italian, Romania, shopte equals 7 in Latin Romania. Chat Hungarian is dark again. So something settled. Revenges. And also if I ought to annus mundi, Charlemagne is born there. But in one Hungarian chronicle says the Hungars came in Panmundi. Goes to, I don't know, you. Pannonia, Turozi chronicle, I guess, Turozi. There are some 6 days for Hungarian coming. Sonentes in Earth orbit, Jason Hayes, you know. And this number in fact closer to her, so this number divided in 2 gives this. And this is the who's coming in Pannonia. Hungarian Chronicles date. Hunje, standard, some shit hit the famous. Hunje, that's for Hunjadi, you know, is a sleeper extin guishi Hungaria. So is a Huns are some end times people who escape it, but you can enlarge the thing. Is about all the Northers, whites, or all the people on the earth. I don't know, something like this. At least it's about whites. It's clear, not just Huns. Some crazy nomads going in. Even I found the book that I put the Warport Canopy search in Google Books and came out some boeken and accidentally I scrolled in and exactly went to a page sending to some woman here because he also follows Jason and sometimes I'm sending books with Jason mentions. Here. What the fuck, man? Holy fuck, look, mate, the book. What the? I messed up something here. This was the book, I guess, so. This guy also said something here at 24th page, I guess. He also says Alaska Nugget here. You know, the Hungars came from Mongolia. The source, even the source says so, Amianus and Saint Jerome, put many times. He says that they came from Rosenthal between Massagetais, and Massagetais usually put that on Central Asia. So all between Central Asia and the Tanais Doriver, you know, Ukraine, Russia. But he says frozen Tanais, so Tanais is not frozen, not even today, you know. En dat was wel genoemd dat het kan genomen dat hoe ze zien independent about who ze mess it up with the Caspian Seas, the Northern Seas, Northern Sea, Arctic Seas, Skythia, Tartaria, you know. And the other source, Amianus of Saint Jerome, says directly the glacial ocean came from whose came there. This guy also searched something. I ended to find the book a quick search, you know, put the vapor canopy, and I found that his books. He also, I want to say that he also says that. So he says, I guess that in the north was not snow. Even somebody said in the video, but just briefly also that Archie maps show that this is there's no snow on the earth, in fact, you know. He's not, well, not saying that you don't know about this guy very much. He also not says, he also says north. So probably want to say that what started his armies from the north. But what genial lands. Southern lands. So when frozen down, yes, probably want to say frozen down and they came to south, not to say. Or is about also that, you know, you cannot say exactly because we have proofs that the deserts are deserts in the south, you know, you can see it's not. So or was a migration from south to north because climate get warmer. Or can be that in the north was also some, let's say, moderate climate in the North Pole, I mean, you know. And some shit hit the fan and froze it down and the people migrated. So it can be a migration from north or migration from south also, you know. He also puts up like not I said Mongolia. And even in Amianus, when before says that who's came the glacial ocean, Rosenthal, I don't know which we say, Amianus or Saint Jerome. But they said this both versions. He talks about one page or even 2 pages talks about some cataclysm. The world is not doing that, and so it's like apocalyptic picture you have. You know, I found it in English on Archivio here, I guess. Here. But this is not Archivio. I remember I found it on my own in English. So before it says the Hunse, the previous page talks about some calamity or some global cataclysm, you know. But why don't the historians don't teach us then? Like something caused the people from migrated from fucking north, probably not Mongolia. They invented everything came from Mongolia for 1,000 years. No more, you know, mental illness. So even this guy says Alaska interesting. So back to Chrono where and so yes, like this, why the most famous, and yeah, I want to say, you know, Rome eternity can be, otherwise Hungarian cannot be, because Rome, right, Rome Hungarian is ruined. So if something is ruined, it is not eternal, right? In Romanian, mereu, so in Romanian interesting, mereu is always, which can be similar to, I say, the analogy or like constant, right? So eternal, right? Okay, but you know, we have already the Meru name, also amount of gods in some India, holy, I don't know what. Upestigra again, Hyperborea Norte, but Meru, Nero in Italian is black. You know, they always like to black something, so. Or is in Norge, which means clouds. So I don't know, let's say clouds. Hänge, Rian, lands or cities. What the fuck to say? So de roepestigruim met de mond hyperborea is probably meer roos, but I say the already. Atlantis also, Atlantis has in Hungarian constant, let's say. Atlantis has the letters, let's say that S is adding. And the D is similar, right? So Alon do Hungarian is constant, that to say. So let's say eternal. So Atlantis in Hungarian has the meaning eternal in Rome, in Peru, and probably West Nigra also, in Romania, but interesting, Romania is called Valachians. So even the people's name which in which languages came out, Romanians were Valaks, we vintage is so bleek. Hungarians have the nigger relatives. Latin is bleek, right? What I wanted here. Yes, so I wanted also in Romania, so Vienna. Vienna at first in Hungary, you know, PPV interchange is big, it's large. So large city. So Constantinople, what I Constante I Tope, Hungarian ensemble, you are probably prohibited to use the Hungarian language if you don't know. And North Hungarians don't use it. Few of them, but we are big, so we are just few. You know. Eternal light, Hyperborea was said 6 months constant sunlight country. All these things are the same. Where there were, outer earth, part of the earth. But alright, I just want to, I want to say, so if Vienna Hungarian is better, you know, PPV interchange again. Romanian vece, it's like this, but if I write in Hungarian like this, or I write like this, the letter like not essential books, so whatever, vece Romanian is eternal. You know, otherwise vece, if you go with Beletere, is a cellar, that hole in the ground under your house where you deposit for the winter vegetables and, I don't know, you know. It's interesting, can be a hole again. North Pole, all over, so I don't know. All Raven again. Raven can go to Vienna. Matthias Corvinus, it's crazy. So these things are what you know, I wanna say so Vienna, here, eternal cities, Vienna, here already marked it out. Eternal, Rome, eternal, and second Rome also must be eternal. Goes to fucking annus mundi number of Jason and water rally also who says to them calling on Noah for the different way, but he also uses this annus mundi. It's crazy. Why exactly goes to annus mundi? It's Venus mundi, let's say. Let's play because V letter is written U in Latin text and U letter can disappear from the words, right? It's not. So Venus mundi, Venus, Vien, Feny is Hungarian is lighter. Then light coming back. Jason says it was Adam Ibreses. He Jason has for here Phoen-X. Phoen-X is a Feny, X is deleted. So he also says the sun darkening. You know. I guess it's Phoen-X for that. Let's see, but I guess. Yeah, he is. So Vienna is light, constant sample is then in that case. The eternal city means eternal sunlight, but we have also eternal sunlight, the whole earth, right? All these hyperbole say that for 6 months is continuous sunlight, but we also have constant sunlight, so we don't have like for 15 years we have sun, and after that we are in darkness. You know, goes down, but that morning is up already. You know, so all the whole earth is constant sample is Vienna or Meru, or I don't know, call it wherever you want, but probably these things are same. Rome, Meru. Or was also you can think that if Hungary is ruin, there was a city or place or land or I don't know, which was a golden age, like what Atlantis and everything, but was ruined. No? Morning also, Moors again, that in Latin, morning in English, or can be Urum, Remeletes, Urum Hungaran is joy, against some golden age. Or Romanian joy is bucurie, happiness. But the capital is called Bucu Esti, you know. Romania, then we miss happy land, with happy capital, you know. Meanwhile, Hungary is Budapest, if you don't think in other ways, where pest is pestilence, also Buda, Budi is a toilet in Romania, Hungary. Hungarians have a toilet capital, shit and sickness and I don't know, and Romanians have a happy capital. Here I could enter again in Hungary or Romania things, but I don't want to flex always on. They are also brainwashed. But they are brainwashed for their favor. But Hungarians are brainwashed against themselves, how to say so, negative way. But even if you are brainwashed in positive way, if your history is fake, you are still not better than that which is directly forget more, how to say. So I just wanted these numbers to look at. Why goes to annus mundi? Was a Adami Vresetkos was a catastrophe. And this Nemesis, when all this big story of Jason starts, the bigger son blow it up or here or at the first Phoenix, because he says it was a 930 years fantastic civilization in America, Anunnaki, I guess. Yes, so or here in the text in the video he says like here blew it up the sun. Darken it, Phoenix, first Phoenix. What is this number with this? What? Oh, wait a minute, man. So why? So from here, the story starts. Let's say here, darkens second sun, the bigger sun. Jason says that darken it, and the night sun. He says like this. We have today the sun, but if I look, even the fucking number of aangevings at Vienna, but Vienna can be Feny light again, or Phoenix, I don't know. And that number which is span of, let's say, Anunnaki civilization somewhere until now, at Jason, also fucking Rome, say that. Here in 1930, Hungary, I found it in the 17th century Comet book, that the Hungary 100,000 people perished in famine. And also was some Comet. And 3 years later, Hungarians first big defeat in Europe. Just for, you know, interestingness. Crazy, man. These things are in uptake, I also put that somehow. So I go in fact in Phenomen style, but with Jason day. Jason not goes in Phenomen way. So yeah, let's put this also, it's important. I must rewatch his video if he's not deleted from YouTube. Anunnaki civilization in America, but from America is later in YouTube, so I don't know. So, civilization X, so I guess he says. Rome until the first time the Phoenix appeared. Light was deleted. Interesting. So light was deleted. Jason says, I guess, all for this year. No, this is the moon capture. Capture from the moon in Earth's orbit. We have the smallest, so some blow it up, or here, or here. Phoenix in Hungary means Feny light deleted. So they tell me that they don't know Hungarian. Those who only that they're not put it together like Jason. Oh, five, four, I write it, man, for fuck's sake. Feny-X. And this number appears between it goes to Rome's number again. So it's something Rome is ruined here, something ruined, no? Here is also 3000k people less perished in Famine, but why Famine, Feminine, and Phenomen? Perished by famine or perished by some is a phenomenon. And also it said in Cancro, one of the cancer, so July, there was a comet seen, but not says where. It says 17th century, some by Polish Britain, but Polish, you know, Latin is not Polish. Book, I saw this. And also first big defeat of Hungars. March, this and March 15 is today's Hungarian National Day because of 48 revolution, you know. So they put the Hungars in fact to celebrate their destruction, but that's why it's the whole world is so. It's not just Hungarian speciality or something. First big defeat of Hungars invading, let's say. In Europe, et mer is sea in German, sea, good, so it's a history also, you know. But Henrike, flower, so like fruit, you know. But they say the flower means bird catcher. Some shit. This is crazy also. Let's save it, fucking hell. Alright, that's it, man. I just, yeah, so here goes to here. Interesting if Manus Mundi, this number is this, well, Black Plague. And all, the second, Angel King of Hungary, let's say, goes to north and south. And he went to north, south, east, Wallachia, Moldova also. And one time in Germany also. Almost more exact Austria. Only one time, so not goes in West, interesting. So all was Black Plague, all was not, because you're crazy to go all over in both biggest Black Plague time, the mental illness. Pestilence, pest, batch, pest. The Angel Wing story, Vienna is eternal, it's a Roman story, so I put that together in other way. 4 years ago, my first videos, amongst my first videos with chronology. Polish armies, Roman army, and all these Rome stories, the same things, man. Tartars also are. And from this side, if I add this, Charlemagne born, first unified of Frankish tribes was Clovis. But this guy is considered today they are giving medals for the European Union, you know. In fact, he made up the European Union. So he's the first, in fact, the biggest, let's say, the first biggest French king, let's say. Also, one Hungarian chronicle puts the Hungars came here. With 7 is some Nabunassar era, Mario Ard, that German researcher whose videos I have on YouTube list. But if divided in, yeah. So 2 times, in fact, let's say, let's go with this number, which came out with last 6 years. plus Huns coming 2 times. 4 years of goes to, I don't show it. Here. Earth captured in Soul's orbit. So we entered the picture of Sun. All the story started, in fact, let's say, can be said like this also. Hungars, Huns asleep. So when a bigger sun blow it up, probably connected to this or this, we entered here. So the Huns are people, are these fucking people, man. I don't know what to say, Anunnaks, you know. But I say the Huns are Anunnaks, they went Hungars, you know. But with Polish things also was the same, you know. All these Romes and Atlantis is same probably, you know. Pannonia is Saarland. Lopi Hungarian Saarland. Och Zione. Och China land. In English, no? Simple. So all is about that, man. Hungarian. Så Konstantinopel is in Vienna. And even the fucking number is between occupation of Buddha, teacher or whatever. And at the same time, Vienna first besieged, and here again, Vienna besieged. You know, the same thing is duplicated. So again, I can in fact say the Hungarian kingdom never was occupied by Ottomans. They just, in this thing I said already, from other point of view, you know. Also with Jason's, this hard, small secret number. Can we show it out that Hungarian kingdom was not occupied? It's just cut the story and put it that no, the Polish bit, no, I don't know who beats Ottomans and Holy Legend, you know. Alright, that's it. Crazy.